Hi, my name's Ty Bell and I have Friedrich's attack. So the girl, she had, like, the dog.
My name is Randy Bell, and my son has Friedreich's ataxia. Ty was going in to get his tattoo, the memorial tattoo, honoring his friend and other kids and people who have died of Friedreich's ataxia. And I said, I've got to tell this story. A story about his tattoos and Ty and Gary. And Friedreich's ataxia is an autosomal recessive inherited disease that causes progressive damage to the nervous system. It manifests in initial symptoms of poor coordination, such as gait.
All normal person's muscles, they run off of this gene called frataxin, and it basically just gives your muscles the information they need. And all my stabilization muscles are retarded.
It can also lead to scoliosis, heart disease, diabetes, but does not affect cognitive function.
I have absolutely no control over anything. It's pretty much all my muscles.
Ty was diagnosed with Friedreich's ataxia as a 7th grader getting ready to play 7th grade football. He did play football and he played basketball, but then Ty was in a wheelchair before he graduated high school. Ty is now 30 years old, and Friedreich's ataxia has changed our journey. Ty told me one time, I want to get a tattoo. I was like, where do you want to go? We happened to be in Las Vegas at the time, and we went to a place, went to this real high-end deal, and he got this beetle on his arm, and he was happy, and he was in a really good mood. And then we went on, and I kind of thought that was going to be it. And it was the second tattoo that really kind of made me understand maybe where the story of the tattoos was going. The guy that was tattooing him kind of got the vibe from him that the guy was kind of like, why are you getting a spiderweb tattoo? I mean,
they represent a person being confined. And that's perfect for me because if they confined me to what I am.
And he just kind of paused, and the guy doing the tattoo, it dawned on him that it's the same thing for him. You know, he's not a prisoner, but it represents confinement for him. You know, he wanted to get another one, and I kind of thought, well, okay, if we're going to be doing a lot of this, we need something closer. So we said, hey, Saturday, let's go look at some tattoo shops in Killeen. And he said, no, he said, we're going to go to Second to None. I said, well, you know, Killeen's got 50, 100 tattoo places. Do you not want to go? No. I mean, he wanted to go to Second to None. So whatever research he did, he was determined to go there. So that's where we went.
I met this guy named Gary. He's at Second to None Tattoos. We're kind of the same age, and he's just a really good artist.
Just know, because I know you spend a lot of time with computers, that no, more than likely, at 2 in the morning every night, we're probably doing the same shit. Whatever that is, you and me are probably doing the exact same guy.
That's what I was thinking.
I first met Ty probably around 2 years ago. Him and his father came into the shop, took a look around, and asked for a tattoo.
And Gary just came right in, and it just immediately, it was just like a connection. He was just treated Ty like anybody else.
Well, it's like I told you when you first walked in the door, man, we're gonna get through this together, all right? I got to him right away, drew it up, and we tattooed it. Good kid, really good kid. He started coming back. I guess tattoos almost became a little bit of a way of therapy for him.
The dragon have a dragon here and a dragon over here, and I mean, dragons represent protectors, and they're kind of like my dogs.
I feel like I can actually have like something better than, you know, something bigger than a cat. I think I'm gonna have to get a pug, dude. I got a son now. Boy needs his dog, you know what I mean?
Well, a lot of people went to mistake my pugs for Rottweilers anyway.
Are they that big? You know, I usually talk to him while I'm tattooing him. You know, hey, what's this one all about? And if I can't tell, some of them you can tell right away why he's getting it. But today we're doing a stone angel slumped over a headstone. And at the bottom of the headstone is one single rose. Usually have a little story for me for every tattoo we do on you.
It's like, had a friend of mine, and he didn't have exactly FA, but he had another type of ataxia.
Okay.
He died from it, and I was thinking like this would be a perfect time to get this, because it's not only for him, it's for everyone that I've known.
Like that.
I've known, yeah, and they've passed away.
So your friend Brad that this tattoo's for, was he as outgoing as you are, man?
Like, what I know about him was pretty much about the same as me.
So he's very similar to you. That's cool. A lot of common stuff. Was he always getting kicked off stuff and getting in trouble like you?
No, I never did that, but like, he was like one of the first people that actually liked my videos and stuff. You know, it's just a crying angel tattoo for everyone with FA or just ataxia in general. They've all passed away.
I was one of those guys that was like anti-tattoo, thought it was the stupidest thing on the planet.
Your dad needs you to hold his
I
hand.
need you to hold my hand.
What?
Randy's been talking to me for a long time about getting the tattoo that we've been discussing. We still haven't even solidified the design that we're gonna do yet. We've got some ideas. A couple I'm gonna show him for the first time today. He sums it up in "Finish the Journey." You know, this journey he's going on with his son.
I said, hey, have you given any more thought to mine? He said, I have. He said, but I just can't. I'm still mulling over on it.
Being there for him, trying to, any way he can, make sure that he gives Ty the best life he can with the circumstances that they have.
He calls me at work and he says, I was reading a story last night and I had an idea. I'm going to show it to you when you get here.
I can only imagine how, out of love, you know, labor of love, but I can only imagine the journey and the difficulties of that journey that Randy has to go through to do everything that he does. So the tattoo he wants to get is basically based on that. He wants to get Finish the Journey. He wants to get it in a way that kind of designs the emotions and feelings and pretty much tells his story.
And so we go down there and, you know, get out and go inside and we're kind of getting things set up. And he walks over to me and gives me two different scenarios. One scenario was, you know, finish the journey. And then there was this one. And he explained it to me. He said, you know, sailors would get a swallow when they would go off on a big, long journey. And then if they returned, they would get another swallow. He said, so what we'll do is we'll put this swallow on here, but he left me with the other swallow.
Finish the journey.
That's freaking sick. It's just like, it was perfect. It was like, that's the motivation.
And that's like 4 freaking months of back and forth of all this crap.
And to settle
And then-
on such a simplistic but nice design, but yeah.
And hit your brain when? Yesterday?
Yeah, pretty much.
There's my favorite. That window with the raptor.
That window, I was telling him earlier, that window is probably my favorite piece of Don.
Yeah.
It says so much about him.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I really enjoy getting really insane, weird things tattooed on me, because basically like saying that I embrace chaos. We all have chaos in our life. Most of the chaos doesn't actually touch us. I can't help the way I am, and that would just be the one thing that I would like everyone to know.
If you would like to find out more about Friedreich's ataxia, just visit this website and you can get all the information there that you would like.
Fun. He's fun. Sometimes it can be a bit challenging. But Window's probably my favorite piece of dog.
Yeah. This kid needs to meet this man. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
As bad as I was.
He said he's definitely aware of my presence.
If it was any other teacher but him,
As I said, we go from hanging out in class to hanging out in a tattoo shop. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever had a teacher that was
and
like,
his-
hey, let's go get a tattoo.